This is my urgent message to Meghan Markle. I warned you over the last couple of months about your dodgy bath salt recipe, and now you are facing a potential $10 million lawsuit. You absolute dumbass. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught my eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because do you remember over the last couple of months, I released 2 videos. The first one was all about the experts warning Meghan Markle that the bath salts recipe that she promoted in her series With Love Meghan could actually burn your skin. The second one was with your favourite DC lawyer, John Witherspoon, as we delved into whether Meghan Markle could actually be in legal trouble for her unsafe bath salts. Well, my message to Meghan Markle is very, very simple. I warned you about your dodgy bath salt recipe because look what has happened since. She is now facing a $10 million lawsuit from a fan who, we're going to have to say allegedly here, followed her bath salt recipe and came out with some nasty skin burns. Now, this is being reported by Radar Online. She's threatening to launch $10 million lawsuit against Megxi, Netflix, her company, Actual Productions, amongst others, because she claims that she copied Megxi's homemade bath salt recipe and came out with some very, very nasty burns. She is now seeking major compensation after the bath salts caused, quote, significant pain and cosmetic distress. Now, the fan in question, her name is Robin Patrick, and she said that Megxi had, quote, a duty of care to provide adequate warnings to viewers that the salts could have an adverse effect on people who carry the condition due in part to the essential oils used within the concoction. And this is something that, I believe I said in one of those 2 videos that I just referenced that I released over the last couple of months. It would have been so much easier and much simple if Megxi released like some kind of disclaimer, right? When it comes to following the bath salt recipe. There should have been some kind of disclaimer. She didn't. She might be screwed. She might be screwed. And so she watched the clip. So Patrick, she watched the clip of Megxi making the bath salt. I think it was like the first thing that Megxi showed us how to make on her series. It was a welcome gift for her makeup artist, Daniel Martin, that was coming over to visit. And as I reported in my first video here on this whole saga, experts were warning straight after that following this bath salt recipe could potentially actually damage your skin to the point where it could actually burn it off. And so Patrick thought, do you know what? I want to try this recipe. It's going to be all right. Don't get all hyped up, this, that, and the other. That's what I'm assuming was going through Patrick's head, right? So she made the bath salt. She dissolved the mixture into warm water in a walk-in bathtub. But as soon as she went in, she began to feel immediate discomfort and claims that then she knew that something was wrong. Now, she spoke exclusively to Radar Online and said, quote, initially I experienced a mild tingling sensation without discomfort. However, as the water level rose to cover my legs and reached my buttocks, I began to feel burning and significant discomfort in those areas. I immediately exited the tub, stopped the water, and later stirred the bath water with my right hand and arm to assess the mixture. This resulted in additional burning sensations on my hand and arm. After draining the tub, I applied Gold Bond lotion, which provided no relief, followed by lidocaine sprays, which temporarily alleviated the pain. That evening, while showering, I experienced intense burning as water contacted the affected areas, which developed into ulcers. Now, if you guys want to see the pictures of the alleged injuries from this bath salt recipe, I'll link this article in the description bar below. I don't want to show you guys the alleged injuries on this video because some of you guys might be triggered by it, might be feeling a little bit disgusted by the injuries because they are pretty graphic. So if you guys want to really see the pictures, I'll link this article in the description bar below and you can see them or not. It will be entirely up to you. Now, she also said, quote, "To date, the burns are still not healed and are quite uncomfortable. The others are just sore as heck to touch. Since the incident, I've endured persistent burning, discomfort, and the emergence of new blister-like sores and ulcers daily. These symptoms have disrupted my daily and nightly routines, preventing me from taking warm showers or wearing clothing over the affected areas. As an individual with an autoimmune condition and compromised immune system, compounded by diabetes-related dry skin on my legs and feet, I am deeply concerned about the risk of infection, sepsis, or other complications. The pain feels as though it is burning from within." And so she says that she's willing to resolve the matter without litigation if a financial settlement can be reached. So she's turning around and saying she's happy to settle out of court and not let it go too far. But is warning that if her demands are not met, then she intends to launch the lawsuit. She's seeking a minimum of $75,000 to cover the medical expenses related to the treatments of the alleged injuries and compensate for the pain and suffering experienced, plus pay for future costs stemming from the long-term effects of this injury, including infection and scarring. She's also seeking $10 million for Megzy, Netflix, and Archewell Productions, who made the show, for their, quote, "reckless disregard for public safety and to deter similar conduct in the future." Again, my message to Megzy: I warned you over the last couple of months about your dodgy bath salt recipe. I warned you. Do you know what? Like, you didn't even need a freaking crystal ball for this. For me, it was inevitable that a lawsuit was going to be threatened. Ever since experts spoke out against Megzy's bath salt recipe, turning around and saying, look, this could potentially burn your skin, I just knew. I knew it was just a matter of time that someone was going to allegedly try this bath salt recipe and allegedly get burns from said bath salt recipe. Which is why I then did this video with your favourite DC lawyer, John Witherspoon. Could Megzy be in legal trouble for, quote, the unsafe bath salts? And, yeah, it looks like she's now facing a $10 million lawsuit. Not only her, but Netflix as well. I don't think Netflix are really too happy with Megzy right now, are you? Shiz the freaking bed. All Megzy and Archewell Productions and Netflix needed to do with that bath salt recipe was just to put a disclaimer. Try this at your own risk. Something along those lines. They didn't. And now they're potentially facing a $10 million lawsuit. Now, don't worry, you guys. I'm going to get your favourite DC lawyer back on, John Witherspoon, to get his legal analysis and his legal thoughts on this whole story right here. Essentially, does Patrick have a case? Does Patrick have a good chance of successfully suing Megzy, Netflix, and Archewell Productions over allegedly suffering burns from her bath salt recipe? So if you don't want to miss that future video or any other future videos about the gruesome twosome, then please make sure on your way out you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Are you guys surprised that Megzy, Netflix, and Archewell Productions are now facing potentially a $10 million lawsuit over Megzy's dodgy bath salt recipe? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.